let's continue using the example to show you another very important concept about polymorphism. Okay. So let's in here we know we created two new classes, gas motor and electrical motor, and they both inherited from motor. And they both has a two-string method. They have a two-string method, and electrical motor has a two-string method, and the motor class have a two-string method. So we totally have a three two-string method. And so the gas motor, it actually overrides the two-string method of the motor, and so it's electrical motor that overrides its superclasses two-string method. The polymorphism, let's just say we want to create motor. Let's create an array of motor, okay? So it's an array of motor, and we'll say motors equal to new motor, and let's just say we create 4 of them, right? Not new. Yeah, we cannot do this one here. So let's just say we want to create 4 new motors, okay? So the first one is actually just a regular motor, okay? And the second one we'll say new, and it's a gas motor. And the third one is an electrical motor. And the fourth one is a gas motor again. What was the issue here? Cannot find a simple motor. Okay, because I need to uncomment this guy here. Sorry. So I need to have an access to the motor class because they are in different package. So I need to include that in here. Okay. So now I'm okay. And so the motor, I create 4 motors. And the first one is just a motor, regular. And then the second one is a gas motor, third one is electrical motor, and the fourth one is a gas motor. And so now let's just do a for loop for integer I equals 0, I less than motors size, not size, motor dot length, because it's an array, and I plus plus. And let's just want to print them out. And we're going to print motors I. Okay. So we using an array of motors, and we want to print each one of them. So obviously they all calling the two-string method. But which one they are calling? Which one they are calling? So that's where the polymorphism come to play. It really depends on which element it is printed. So the first element is a motor. So they will actually call the motor two-string. The second element is a gas motor. So it will call the gas motor element. Okay. So maybe in here, and I will print something to separate. So I'm going to print U9, it says polymorphism. Okay. And so you can see every time we are calling a different two-string method. So the first one we are calling the motor's two-string method. Second one is calling the gas. The third one is the electrical, which will give us the kilowatts hour per 100 miles. And in the gas, it will give us mile per gallon. Okay, so we can actually calling this one here. Oh, I need a semicolon. And why don't I add some new line here to separate them? So I'm gonna add a new line to so we can see actually each one there's a space blank in between them. Okay, so now let's run. Okay, so if we look everything down here, okay, so below here we are using the constructor, so that's how they showed up. Okay, but then the two string, the first one is a motor. So the first one is a motor. Look, all this here. This is just showing the constructor. Okay, so from here on, from this one and here, so we have a full two-string call. The first one is calling the motor class two-string, and the second one is calling the gas motor two-string, and the third one is calling the electrical motor two-string, and the fourth one go back to the gas motor two-string. So they are all two-string. Okay, this is, if we look the right hand side, it looks like motors are object of the motor class. But it really depends on which one they refer to, and they know exactly which method to invoke, even though the name are the same. They actually calling totally different methods, and that is polymorphism.